Here today. He's already given you a little preview of what's in store. I'm going to take these to the back, but I wanted to show you. We're going to do a taste test today so you guys can taste the organic chicken. You're going to take this, taste the sazon, the French chicken. This, if you can tell from the screen or if you can tell from being close, these little scrawny guys, this is a Purdue chicken. And these over here are Bell and Evans. So you're going to taste these two side by side with the other chickens. We'll have some coated plates for you.
Chicken, you will not enjoy this chicken no more.
It'll ruin chicken
Because
for
it'll
you.
ruin chicken.
So we'll take these to the back and we'll serve you guys. We have an endless amount of chickens today. So
We have a lot of
I hope
different
you're
things.
hungry.
Corn shut off. There's some aroma of fresh corn. It's called cotton candy because it's just as sweet as cotton candy. It's grown in Long Island. Okay, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to break down the chicken. This is how I would send it to a restaurant. I send it just like this. We call it Chinese style. The reason why we call it Chinese style because Asian people want the head, the feet, and everything kept on it. So when I do write it out for our tickets, for our retail customers, they have to know that that's the way it is. Plus, they get a very small cut, Chinese style. If the neck is broken, we have to change the chicken. They pray with the chicken. It's a religious thing. So you have to cater to every need. I cater to a lot of different needs. We have Muslim people that come in, skin off. We have people from Bangladesh, skin off, no hot water. You got to cater to customers. You do cater to customers. Your life is about catering to customers if you run a business. That's all it is. My father taught me, when the customer walks in, that's what you eat at nighttime. If they don't walk in, you don't eat. So this is the way I do things. My business is taking care of customers. I don't do nothing. My customers is like my family. And that's the way I take care of them. And that, in my opinion, is the way every customer should be taken care of. That's why when I go to places and they don't take care of me like that, I get a little upset. Okay, what I'm doing here is I took off the neck. You do not throw any of this stuff away. This is called stock. Okay? Nothing in this chicken you're going to throw away. I mean, you will get the liver, you will get the gizzard. The liver is pure. Some livers will be a little lighter, some livers will be a little darker. It's all according to the chicken itself. I guess maybe inside us it's the same way, I don't know. But you'll get the heart. If you don't want the heart, I take them out and I sell them to restaurants that sell them. There's Japanese restaurants that do sell them. Okay? You get the liver and gizzards. Then you would take the feet off. Very simple. Everything seems to be difficult for people, but it isn't. All you have to do is get the joints. It's the same way in your arms. You get the joints, and boom. A sharp knife is, you have to have a sharp knife. If you don't, go home. Then, cutting the wing off. There's two ways. You come from the back, you cut the wing off. Now, you just have to get the joint. You know, it's like anything else. Some people like to leave a little extra meat on the wing. Some people don't. I mean, most restaurateurs will tell you, don't leave the extra meat on the wing because they want to sell their breasts looking nice and everything. Me, it doesn't really matter. That's how you do it without the extra meat. Everything is like I said. You break the joints. It's much easier. Comes around. That's your wing. You got the rear end. Some people like it. Some people don't. We leave it. Like I said, Chinese style. If I took this off at an Asian customer, they would go crazy. I mean crazy. If the neck was like moving, forget it. It's like you committed adultery or something. I mean, it's terrible. Now, this is a bone-out way I'm going to show you. Okay? A lot of the guys tell you they cut down the back, they take here, and they open it up. All you got to do is look at the chicken, say hello. You want to save as much skin on the breast as possible. So you come down here, which you're taking the skin from the leg. You come down, watch your fingers of course, and you just cut across. You'll break the bone like that. You see it open? Then you come to the other side, you do exactly the same thing. You push the skin down, break the bone, and that's it. And it's very simple. I don't know how simple it is, but to me it is. Then what you do is you're looking for joints. Always look for joints. When the joint is found, you look, you come down, and you come in here. There's a little piece of meat. Some people like to save it. I don't think so. I don't care. You come down, and and it's detached. Do the same thing on the other side. Crack the joint. Come down. Break the bone. And you're there. You have the fillet thing. This is what you see here now is going to be considered 8 pieces in 8s. You break the back off, comes right off. You have your whole backbone. This you use as stock. What you do is, this is the blood that's in the thigh and the leg. You take it out, you wash it. If you're in a restaurant, if you're running a restaurant, you keep your chicken separate from everything else. You should have a separate section just for chicken. I don't care who you are, the best restaurants in the world, separate sections. You have no cross-contamination, no problems. I have never had a problem in my place. Never. I don't leave that place until I sterilize everything. Okay? That's the way I do things. Now, your breast. You can keep it like that, so people like to cook it like that. To me, this is the thing of beauty. I mean, this is really a beautiful breast. But what I would do is I cut it down, well, 2 ways. Take the bone out. I'm going to take the bone out for you. If it was 8 pieces, I would just cut it straight down, and you would have your 8 pieces. You open this up, right here, and everything you see, it looks easy. It is easy. If people make things difficult, they're difficult. If you make them easy, they're easy. You just got to find the joints. That's all that matters. The joints is what matters, nothing else. Taking the bone out of this breast. Some people will come across here. You could do it this way. You could do it this way. I like to do it through the front. Come down. Just follow the bone. All you do is use the point of the knife. If you were working in a fish market and you were filleting something, you use the point of the knife. It guides you down. That's why the point has to be extremely sharp. You look for it. You look for the bone. You find the bone. You come down. Sometimes it's this little thing here. You get it right out. Come down. You keep coming down. Just come down. Just follow the bone. And there's your... It's very simple. Then some people will say, I say everything is simple. Because I've been doing it, I don't know how many years. Come down, same way on this side. Come down, come down, come down. And now you have a boneless breast with the skin on it. So that when you cook it, you have the skin on it. This is stock. You don't throw it away. Or, if you like, you cut it in pieces. You get a little onions and peppers. You fry them with olive oil. You put it in there, and you eat the meat off the bone. Like I do. Then you have the tendon. This is a tender. Years ago, people used to throw this away. This is delicious. I mean, there's a couple. I cooked it here, just put it in the fry pan. But you could take this and cut it in pieces. You get some red peppers, a little garlic, a little onions, olive oil. You put this in, and you have a delicious meal. You throw it over white rice, brown rice, whatever rice you like. It's just delicious, especially from this chicken. I'm not talking about the other chicken. I never ate another chicken out of a chicken market. Okay, so everything I eat is fresh. So here's your boned out breast. Okay, on a tray. That's your boned out breast. That's your tendons, your tender, excuse me. Okay, now we're going to do a little more difficult. The leg is harder. We're going to take out the bone from the thigh. Okay, the bone from the thigh is just like I said. You just follow the bone wherever it takes you. The point of the knife. You come under. You come under, and you go under. And you know what? It's done. You do not throw this away either. This all goes into stock. That is your boneless thigh. You could cook this like I cooked it there, just frying it, or you could roll it up with a little garlic and parsley, a little olive oil, roll it up, nice. If you like butcher string, you go get a butcher string, you tie it and make yourself look fancy, and you put it in there and cook it. Same thing with this here. Just follow. It's easy. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's simple. This, I taught a lot of guys at work to do this because they don't like doing it because it's a pain in the neck. But that's like I said, this is the harder one. The leg is harder. I do it this way. I don't do it from the back. I do it from the front. Like I said, everything from the front. You come across, just like you're cutting a fish in a sense. I always go back to that. I don't know why. Okay? Follow the bone. Follow the bone. Tip of the knife. Always use the tip of the knife. Come down. Don't break the skin because you want the skin to stay on. And you come up. Come up. Come down. And this will break right there. And that's it. And you have tendons in here. But on a chicken, it's like nothing. If it was a turkey, you got to cut them out. As if I take that bone out of that turkey, which I hate doing, but okay, that's the easiest part. Come down, like I said, and come up, come down. You're leaving that little bone that's in here, a little bone that's in the leg, leaving it in there. Come up, come down. And of course, you leave as little as meat as possible on the bone, which is pretty good. Not too bad. I could get better. There's people out there that are better. Don't worry. Then you have your wing, and you do whatever you want with the wing. I mean, this is something I do. Nobody else does. If you don't like skin, you can take the skin off the wing. You peel off the leg part of it. You come up and under. This is very difficult. It looks easy. You come around, you come around, you come around, and there it is. A skinless wing. It's magnificent. Not too many people do that. Okay, what else can I show you now? I can show you how to cut it in certain areas. All right, that's skin off, that's bone out. Now, if you want to keep the bone in the thigh, for instance, you know, some people like to keep it like that. Let's do a French press first. Okay, we'll come down here like I always do. Take off the tip. Take off the tip, which everybody does anyway, but I like this. This is the best part. Okay. We'll come down again, like I said. Come down again. Leaving as much skin as you can on the breast. You'll break this again. You'll break this again. And I'll show you again how to take the bone out too. And then you can leave a French press. Now, some people like to take the whole piece off. Go all the way. Some people don't. I don't. It doesn't bother me. But if you like to keep that piece there, you got your breast, your little winglet. Looks nice too. And it tastes delicious. Okay? Like I said, you don't throw this away. That all stays, doesn't go anyplace. You enjoy it. You make your stock, you make your soup, chicken soup, keep you healthy.
Do you sell the parts in the store for soup?
Huh?
Do you sell that? in
Most of the
store?
time, we don't do this in our store. Most people don't like it. Most people want the whole chicken or cut up pieces. Like I'll show you that too. Here's your duck. This is called a Muscovy duck. It's not that fatty. It's not a baking duck. Okay, it's a duck that you can make stewing, steaming, pressure cooking, but it's not a duck. I sell it to, there's a new restaurant in downtown Brooklyn in Dumbo. It's called Governor's. He's been buying them. So, take off the neck like we did before. I'll take the bone out of this if you want. I'll take it out. So, come down. This is a little harder because a duck is a little different than a chicken. And you'll have a little difficulty. You got to find the bone. You crack it. Come down. You crack it. Cut it. Come down. Okay? You'll have your breast. And you don't have much of a leg on ducks. It's not like a chicken. You have a lot of leg. You want to leave as much, like I said. And you'll see the fat in here. But it's not as fatty as like a Long Island duck. A baking duck would have a lot more fat, which you would grill it on a, like they were doing in there with a grilled piece, so that the fat could drain out. This here, come around, you crack the bone. And cut through it. Of course you would take this one. This is my heavy one. You have your liver, you have your gizzard. Gizzard on a duck is much larger and much harder. I mean, it is hard. This is like softer. Ducks are like rocks. So you always know the difference. The livers are basically the same. No different. The heart is much larger. So your heart on a chicken with the heart. Where are you, heart? There. See the heart on a chicken is a little smaller. The duck is much larger. You know.
So the price point on these versus a Long Island duck?
Excuse me?
The price point on these versus a Long Island duck? Cheaper or just a little?
Muscovies are higher.
Higher?
Yes,
Okay.
higher priced. It's a little harder to grow. They're in much more demand. Long Island ducks are not as in demand as on fresh kill as they used to be years ago. They're just starting now. This person I told you, LaPera Poultry, he is bringing Long Island ducks back in. For a while, we wouldn't have no Long Island ducks, none whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, they're starting to come back. You know, your Chinese, your Asian restaurants, they sell the ducks, but they don't buy fresh killed. A lot of them buy the Muscovies fresh killed, but the Long Island, no. They get them from distributors.
So like you said, the yield on these is far less
Yes.
than other varieties of duck. What is the desire then to try to get this one? The yield's less, you know what I mean?
No, I lost you.
If it's less,
But I'll find out if you keep
if
talking.
there's less meat and there's less fat, what makes it attractive for someone to buy that? It's more expensive than something with more yield.
Basically, the Long Island duck and this have about the same amount of meat.
Okay.
They yield the same meat.
All right.
Just that the Long Island duck will have a lot more fat in it, especially inside the meat. And that's why when you would bake a Long Island duck, it would just, the fat would drain out. You have to be very careful in the way that you bake it, because that fat will come out. This, if you took this and bake it, you won't see as much fat. But bacon will not tenders. The meat on here is a little, I'm going to show you the color of the meat. See, I wish I had a Long Island duck, but they didn't come in until tomorrow. So I was going to bring one, and you would see the difference in the color of the meat. It's like more of a lighter color, like the breast on a chicken. You know, it would be a lighter color. And these here are very dark. I'm going to show it to you now because I'm going to take the bone out of it. Now, like I said, this here, taking the legs and stuff, it's a little harder than a chicken, but you see the darkness in the meat?
Mm-hmm.
That's how dark it is. The meat is dark.
Do they taste that differently?
Yes. I'm not crazy about ducks. I'm not crazy about much anything in the chicken. I've tasted the rabbits, you know. Cutting this, like I said, it's much harder. This, what you would say is, hey, Carlo, cut my duck up. Usually we don't cut these by hand. We use a machine. We have a cutting machine. Now, it's a nice looking breast. A lot of these restaurants, they tell me they dry it out. I really don't know how they cook it. I really never got into that part of it, you know. Most of my cooking is learned from my family, my father, my mother, and me. I make a great lasagna because my mother taught it for me. You know, and you'll taste my chicken called parmesan. That's, you know. My chicken, either I bake it or I broil it. I'm not big. Sometimes my brother likes it on barbecue with his barbecue sauce. I don't like nothing on it. You know, when I came in here and showed them a presentation, they told me, I said, I don't use too much salt on anything. They said, don't say that in here. I said, okay, I'm sorry. Because you use a lot of salt. I don't. I'm not a salt person. Maybe that's why I never had high blood pressure. I don't know. Cutting this here is basically the same as you would cut the chicken. You would come down, you gotta feel the bone. Everything is with the bone. Feel the bone, feel the bone, feel the bone. You come down. And like I said, the meat on here is much darker. You know, and you see no fat in it. So that's why if you did bake it, it ain't gonna come out that great. You know, it's gotta be cooked, curry. You know, we had a young man from Guyana. He would curry it. You know, you look very familiar. I don't know why, you just look familiar.
So these ducks do a lot of flying.
Okay, that's the duck. All right, let's go to the next thing. You know what we could do? The guys at work really, yes. Somebody?
So those ducks do a lot of flying, I guess.
They don't really fly. They basically will run. They run very quickly. What we do have is what they call a wild duck. We call it a Muscovy duck. A water duck. And you'll see them in those ponds, like around the areas. Well, we call them water ducks. They call them wild ducks. They are a little harder to meat. Most of my customers that buy them are Asian. They steam them or they make them in soup. We have a lot of other chickens too. I have a chicken called a silky. It's black.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, you'll see them in Chinatown, exactly. It's all black. The bones inside are black. It's white outside. The feathers are beautifully white, but everything inside, the skin is dark. The bones are dark. The meat is dark. Asian people use it. They use it in soup, and that's what they use it for.
What's the name of that?
Excuse me?
What's the name of that?
A silky. It's called the silky.
So it's for soup only?
Only for soup, mainly for soup. This is what they call a layer. This is where your eggs come from.
Oh, a layer.
Okay? A layer. It's a hard chicken. I sell a lot of these. Well, I sell about 20 to 30,000 pounds of chicken a week. I retail a lot of chickens. Yeah. I do a lot of different. See, this is a little bit of variety I'm showing you, but there's a lot of other stuff. I have guinea hens. I have regular chickens. I have quails. I have young pigeons. I have different kinds of chicken. I mean, if you ever come to my place, you'll see it. You know, it's in Bensonhurst. There's a card. Take a card. Yes, you want to ask a question?
Yeah, I thought
I'm not good at this, you know. I'm not a teacher. My brother's the teacher in the family.
I thought layers were not good eating chickens.
They're not, they're soup chicken.
Yeah, okay.
But, now, we don't know, no. See, I need somebody from Jamaica or something. Jamaican people or Haitian people will take this chicken, this is what they're used to eating. They will take it, they would boil it, and then they would cook it on a fry pan. They said it tenderizes it. I don't think so, but that's what they said. This is what you call an old chicken, an old fowl. It's made for laying. That's what it's grown for. These things could lay 100 eggs, 500 eggs, 100 eggs, whatever they feel like at that time. You know, and when they're laid out, I get them. But we still have some that lay eggs inside the place. You know, and I give them out to the customers, or, you know, give them to, like, I have a place called the Cook Shop. This guy, Andrew, he's a real nice guy, and I bring it to him on a Sunday. And they use them. But it's
So you get the chickens live?
everything alive. Coming off a truck, I get them live, and it's a thing of beauty.
Okay.
Now this is what they call, in here, not too much, he wants them not been eating too much. It's called the bag where their food is, the food bag. Would be here usually it's on the right-hand side of the chicken. You would have to take it out, so you would have to cut it. And you pull it out, because you don't want that to be in there. Okay? Now, there you'll see it, it's mushy. And that's what he ate. He was eating corn. Drinking water, eating corn. You pull that out. Now everybody, if they see this, my workers will laugh at me, because I don't usually do all this stuff. So they'll say, you're not going to be able to do it. I said, don't worry about it. I'll do it. Doesn't take much to do it. So you would take that out, of course. Take that out, pull it out, cut the little thing off. Okay. Now you go around and you're going to open it up. I like to open it from the middle. My workers like to open from the side. The reason why I like to open from the middle is because I'm trying to teach them that I want the skin left on the chicken. You know, but when you're working real quick, it's very difficult. You know, you're killing 100 birds, 200 birds, you know, and there's 5, 6 Spanish guys doing it. Most of my workers that work with me have been working for a while with me. I have one 15 years, Alberto, he's been working at least 15 years. Mavo, at least 10, 12 years. Coco, 20 years maybe. I mean, it's been a while, so they've been there a while. And,
But
you
you
know,
would cut up a fowl?
we cut it up in pieces. Cut it up on the machine. And usually you don't cut this by hand. The bones are very, very hard, very difficult to cut. So I'm coming in here, and I'm going to open it up. And you're going to see all the, the intestines, the liver, the gizzards. You got to stick your fingers in there. And you got to get dirty. What are you taking my chicken out already? I didn't finish it.
We got a lot more where this came from.
Okay, I know.
I just want to explain what,
Yeah.
there's letters on the plates for you guys here. So I don't know if you want to write it down, you're going to remember, but there's A, B, C, and D. Chicken A is the Bellin-Evansburg.
Are you going to tell us which ones they are?
Yeah, it's on here. A, B, I'm telling you. A is Bellin-Evansburg. B is Purdue. C is organic. You don't want to know?
You want to guess?
Oh, it was a guess in you. Okay, then pretend I didn't say anything.
Pretend you didn't say anything. Now, you got lucky. There's an egg in here.
Oh, yeah, that's supposed to be very good. People make sauce for pasta.
Well, yes. There's an egg in here.
Oh, wow. Wow.
There's your egg. You just got lucky.
Very full. Wow.
And this is the unborn egg. Your little yellow ones, sometimes we get a lot. Here, one's a big one. That's an unborn egg. See, it comes in a bag. This comes in a bag until it's ready. See, if this wasn't really ready to come out yet, that's why it was still in the bag. It'll just slip right out when it's ready. This is the unborn egg. This is your egg. This is how it starts. It starts as a yellow. The white develops around it. As the white develops around it, your shell develops around it. When the shell gets hard enough and the chicken knows that it's ready to come out,
You said that chicken lays 400 to 500 eggs?
it could,
In how long a period? The lifetime?
6 months, a year. Yeah. When they're laid out, they're laid out. That's it. They'll lay like 2 or 3 eggs, and the farmer says, bye, because he can't make no money. They'll eat. You see, one thing about these chickens, they'll constantly eat. They will not stop eating. You can get them food in their trough, and they'll just keep eating.
So at what point do they stop laying eggs?
When they stop. That's it. They're just too old to lay a certain amount of eggs. And they break down inside. It's like us. It's like when we get too old to do anything, you know.
So that's about how old? How long? A year?
Could be a year, could be 6 months, could be a year and a half, it could be any amount of time. And it's all according to the patience of the farmer itself. If the farmer thinks that he's going to get more production out of it, he will let it stay. If he doesn't, sells them to a lot of soup farms. That's where Campbell, all these companies get their stuff from. But you did get lucky. You got an egg, you got an unborn egg. Sometimes we get it with the white real soft on the outside. And you'll see it, you say, oh my God, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And that's how you get your stuff. And here's all your stuff that's inside that has to come out. This is all the fat that we throw out, we don't keep. And that's it. You have your liver, your gizzard. Your gizzard is packed in a little spot here, and that's it.
Everybody get one? Over here.
This makes a great soup. You cannot take it away from an old chicken for soup. That's what they call, as they say, the old Jewish grandmother
Oh, penicillin?
making her good chicken soup. That's it. That's what makes it. So I know which one is mine, so I don't have to worry about it. What do you give it to me for? I know what it tastes like. I don't know. Okay, this is one of the chickens that you eat. It's called a sasu chicken, like I said. The breast is very long and thin. The difference between a regular organic chicken or a regular, chicken. The breasts are made much larger. That's the way we eat it. We always did. This is long and grainy. You would get it like this. That's exactly the way I said it to all my restaurants. Take out the livers. Take out the gizzards. There's blood inside here that has to come out. You must take it out before you cook it. Okay?
I'm curious, what does everybody think about the chickens? Well, the difference in flavors. Did Tara tell you?
I don't wear gloves because I like to feel things. I feel when you wear gloves, you can't feel what you're doing.
Oh, okay, good, all right.
Before you ruin my corn, you got to take the water out.
It's a great picture.
Okay, back to the sasu. My new breed of chicken that seems to be doing very well. I don't know why, because I don't particularly care for it that much. But I'm not supposed to say that, but it's the truth. I like my organic chicken. That's what I like.
So that's the French chicken?
That's the French chicken. There is imitation out there. It's supposedly at the farm in Carolina. One of my cook shop, like I mentioned, went down there, checked it out, and he found out it's not the same breed. He did not go to France to get the breed. He made his own breed. So it is a different tasting chicken. You will see a lot of fat in this chicken. You will taste it when you eat it too. Let me just do it this way. Cutting it with the bone in it. What I would do is I come straight down the back. leaving the bones in it. Okay? And then I would open it, and I would cut the breast. Find where the breast is. You want to find the middle of the breast, because you don't want to have no problem. This chicken, the bone is a little harder than the white chicken, than your organic chicken. Cut it right down. That's a half a chicken. Some people sell it like that, some people don't. You know, some people like to sell it like this. Like I said, just find the bone where it is, crack it. Some people like to sell it with the breast. As you can see, the breast is much thinner. There's not as much meat on the breast as this here. See it right away, especially from the back. You know, and the color is different. You can see how yellow this is. That helps with a little marigold seed. Makes it a little more yellowish. But that's the fat that grows inside of it. It's like night and day. All right? Some people will cook it like this. Me, personally, you can cook it like this. I like the bone, so I would cook it with the bone in it. But like I said, there's the blood. You must take this stuff out. Everything must be washed. I emphasize wash. Cold, salt water. Anything from a fresh chicken market, cold, salt water. What it does is it draws out this blood. It takes it out. The cold water takes it out. The salt takes it out. It's not because I want salt in the chicken. You just have to do it. It's a must. Anything fresh killed. Anybody that eats fresh killed will enjoy it immensely. You can do anything with it, like I said. Cutting it, there's your breast, there's your leg and your thigh. Okay, now we're going to go to the little bunny rabbit. Excellent piece of meat. It tastes a little bit like chicken, but it's not. I was going to bring it to you with skin if you, but I don't have a little hook where I can hook it on and your skin. You just open it and then you just bring it back down. So I brought it no open. Now, my workers see this film, they're going to laugh. Carl. The easiest thing is you just get it. You open it. And like I said, there's all this stuff in here that nobody realizes that comes with this stuff. That's all the intestines. That's all the food that it eats. Well, it's at my place or it's someplace else. Come up. You break the bone. Come down. You see the heart. You see the liver. If you take this heart and liver out, the person will not want the rabbit. 99.9% of the people that buy it want the heart, the liver. They want it. It's automatic. An Italian walks in and she don't get a heart and liver, they call you up on the phone. I didn't get my heart and liver. I says, all right, I'll go look for it. I'll send it to you. I'll do whatever you got to do. But that's what it is. Like I said, satisfying the customer is very important to me. I do the best job I can. Now, you're not going to always satisfy every customer. I'm telling you right now. It's impossible. Because we all have different thoughts, different minds, we think differently, and we all think that we're being taken advantage of sooner or later. So, you're not going to satisfy everybody. But when somebody walks into your place, they have to be satisfied. Otherwise, they're not coming back. And they're not going to tell the next person, or the next person, or the next person. How do you like the corn? It's good, right? I'm telling you. It's called Hobby's Corn. It's like a 100-year-old farm in Long Island, about 95 miles from here. Down in, it's not Wading River. I forget exactly where it is. but I drive out there every week because I like the best. I eat the best. Okay, so I'm going to clean this out. And this is all garbage. Like I said, the liver, and here's your kidney. You got to give them the kidney too. They'll be very upset. So we take the kidney. You could take it out if you want. Usually, we leave it in there just the way it is. And that's it. You got your heart, your kidney, and your liver. Now, breaking down a rabbit is usually done on a machine. Okay, I have a place in Staten Island that buys about 7, 8 rabbits a week. He likes it in 8 pieces, and usually I do it on the machine. I had a restaurant called The Lily in Manhattan, and he wanted it perfectly cut down the middle. I told him, there is no perfection in this world. How am I going to do it? Well, put boards on the side of the cutting thing. I said, listen, I'll do the best job I can. So I had to do it. I did the best job. He was happy. I don't know how happy he was, but he was happy. But like I said, this is much more difficult to do. This is because there's no really, how do you say it? There's no joints as much as it is in the thing. So what you got to do is keep breaking it, and then go around it. And you'll see. That's why I bought the heavier knife. And that's your leg. What do you call it? Most people will say it's a rich man's chicken. You know, it's like it's really tastes like a chicken, but I wasn't growing up on rabbit. My father was Italian, my mother was Italian, but they weren't big on rabbits. You know, they were big on vegetables, macaroni, and that was what we were growing up on. So I wasn't a big rabbit person. Is it good? People swear by it. I mean, I do sell quite a few even now. Years ago, it was a lot more. I mean, I used to do holidays, Christmas, Easter. I would sell 500, 600, 800 of them, like it was nothing. We used to we didn't even put them in cages. We just left them in the baskets and sold them right out of the baskets. They would just come people. You know, so.
How much do you sell if I were to go in for one rabbit? Do you guys do small?
Excuse me, say that again?
Just one. How much was one big? You guys do small?
Between $15 to $20. This rabbit here will cost you about $22.
Okay.
It's really not that expensive considering rabbits do not grow very easily. It takes a little while. I have a piece of paper there that tells you the times, how long it takes for a rabbit to develop, a chicken to develop, you know, a guinea hen to develop. If you realize how long it takes, you know, poultry is really not that expensive compared to, how can you compare it to? As you say, you know, come on, you're going to bring out my Italian stuff now?
You don't want the beets?
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
All right, if you want them, this is some delicious chicken parm with fresh mozzarella.
Yeah, that's right.
Where's it from?
From Brooklyn. Yeah. Barry Pork Store, I got the mozzarella
Would
from.
you like some?
Yes.
Wow.
Those are organic chickens. I have a little nephew that had 5 of them the other night. He's only 7 years old.
This
He
is
loves
chicken,
them.
Chicken.
Carl,
But what were
what can
the
the
other,
old Italian ladies do
First
with
one
the heart?
is the bell
The
yeah.
intestines
Second
of
one
the
is Purdue.
rabbit.
Not the intestines, the liver, the heart, and the kidney.
They cook
They
it.
cook it.
Is the
And eat.
organic,
And
and
eat.
the D is the French.
And they love it. I'm telling you, they'll send the whole rabbit back if you do not give it to them. That's the way it is. That's, you know. Take my word for it. It's been done, so I know. This is the squab. This is a young, I call it a young pigeon. But most fancy restaurants call it a squab. Because when you tell a customer, I got a pigeon for you, they say, where'd you get it? Outside in the street corner? Oh, that's what happens. You get the liver, the gizzards. Now, this is Chinese style, as I said. We'll cut the head off. Nobody wants the head. A lot of these, I don't, you know, stuffing them is a big thing. A lot of people stuff them with rice, garlic, parsley. You know, you stuff them, put your seasonings in them, paprika, whatever you like. Stuff them. bake them in the oven. They do not take a long time to cook. They really don't. This happens to be a great squab. The color of it, the size of it, this would be a jumbo squab. You don't really find them this big. You know, and it's very hard for me to get them. I only get about 125 to 150 a week. And they're gone mostly in the same day. Next day, you know, they're gone. Like today, they're gone. 150 came in. Now I just got an order from this guy Caesar from Brooklyn Fair in Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn, Skimmerman Street. He wants 30 next week. I sell to a couple of people in Chinatown that they want 50, 60, 100. I don't have them. You know, I mean, I could get some from Pennsylvania, but they're not the same. They are not the same. Gingrich Farm will bring them to me, but if he sees this tape, he'll kill me. But they're not the same. This young man from Long Island makes a great squab. He's been doing it for I don't know how many years. He's been quitting for I don't know how many years. He's been telling me, I'm retiring. But he brings it in. I mean, I'll cut it in half, show you what it is. I mean, it's in half. You could cook it just like this if you want. People fry it. People bake it. You know, like I had an Italian woman that came in this morning when I was at work, because I do have to go to work before I came here. We cut it up in pieces. She wanted to cut in half and then just crack the bone because she's going to put it in the oven. She takes it with, she puts like carrots, parsley, potatoes. She'll put it in there. Of course, don't forget the wine, she said. I said, okay, if you want the wine. You know, she puts wine in it, covers it first, puts it in the oven, let it stay, I would say about 25, 30 minutes, 350 degrees. You'll see it steam up. Take the cover off. You let it stay in there for about another 20 minutes. And the rabbit comes out really nice. Or you can get it cut in small pieces. If you get it cut in small pieces, you can make a stew out of it. Carrots, onions, parsley, whatever you like, garlic. You know, I mean, you could fry the garlic a little bit. You fry the garlic, they'll give that aroma, and then you put it into the pot with the rest of the stuff, a little stock, a little water. It's delicious. It's delicious. This is called a quail. I sell a few of them. I try to get bigger ones, but there was not a... One guy tried to grow them. It just didn't work. Cost too much money. They're very hard. They're very difficult to grow, and that's what they are. I sell them to a few restaurants. They sell them by the, you know, like the whole thing. What they do is they'll split it in half. They'll take it, take the neck off, of course. They'll take the feet off, and they'll just take it, split it right in half. Put it right in half and serve it like that. Take everything out, like I said. See, it's hard. It's a little hard. Take it out, and they'll serve it like this. They'll stuff it, put whatever they wanted it. I'm into garlic and parsley, you know, and oregano. I'm Italian, so you can't go by me. When you're doing this stuff, you will cut your hands. Once in a while, you cut it. Just keep on working. Nobody will know. The blood is the same. So. Nobody will know. I got a few cuts, so it doesn't matter to me. I just keep working. Guinea hen. Basically a wild bird, a little tough. People like to stew it. You know, I sell a few to like Asian people, not Asian, Jamaican, West Indian, Haitian. They love guinea. Guinea fowl, they call it. Guinea, they call it. We call it a guinea hen. I have no idea where it got its name from, but that's what we call it. You know, some Italians get very insulted, but nothing I can do about it. This here is, the meat is dark. I'm going to show it to you now. Take the feet out. This, like I said, this is the way we sell it to everybody. Feet, everything. Take the feet out. You cut it. You cut it. Very difficult because it is hard. That's the one thing about this bone, it's very hard. Simple enough. Take it out. I'll cut it down for you the same way I cut down a regular chicken. Who liked my chicken colored Parmesan? All right, that's it, that's it, Okay, I might be a chicken man, but at heart, I like cooking, so. See the meat? The meat is it's on the light side. It's really not, but you'll see dark spots in it. Don't ask me why. It's a dark chicken too. On the outside, it's all black. On the outside, you'll see like darker spots here, but the meat is pretty light. Tastes good. You steam it down, you stew it. It's got a nice taste to it. It's a different taste. It's a gamey taste. See, that's the difference. It's gamey. A lot of this stuff is gamey. This is gamey. This is gamey. The turkey's not. This turkey is absolutely delicious. If you brought this home and you cooked it for Thanksgiving, nobody will leave your house. They'll want another one. It's called a pilgrim turkey. Let me get to this first. Cut it up. If you saw this, you would say, why is the meat lighter? I don't understand. Well, it is. Even the wing is lighter, but it's amazing how this bird is made. Darker, lighter, you don't know. But I'll keep cutting it up because they're going to take this and cook it tomorrow. So somebody will take out the cookbook and they'll teach themselves how to cook.
Is all the poultry the same feed?
Yeah. While they're in my place, I give them corn. Corn and water. Dried corn and water. And that's it.
The rabbits as well, or not? Rabbits as well, or do they get it?
Rabbits get rabbit food. It's like a little black little food that comes. It's got like vitamins and stuff in it. They like it. Me personally, I go out, I buy some heads of lettuce, I cut them up and I give it to them. I did a little article in the Daily News last Thanksgiving, and I was holding the turkey, and the young lady was taking the picture, and she said to me, "Oh, you treat it so nice." I said, "I treat it like it's my family. While it's here, I take care of it." She said, "But after the camera was off," she says, "you slaughter it." I says, "Well, that's my job," I says. "But while it's still alive, I'm going to take care of it. It's going to eat, it's going to drink, and it's going to walk around and enjoy himself. After that, I can't do nothing about it."
So, it's all organic, what you have?
Not everything. Only my white organic chicken. The one that, she gave you a piece of it, I think, but I don't know what she did with it. Is a white organic chicken. It's grown in Kramer, Pennsylvania. It took me, I would say, 10 years before I could get this. They don't like selling. So this young man, Watkins Poultry, went out and got it for me. He stopped it for a while because he says I wasn't selling enough. I was selling like 300, 400 a week. To him, it wasn't enough. It was too much. But now, since he started the Pilgrim turkeys, because they're in the same area, he's able to go get them for me once a week. I would love to get out to... See, I go to these, how do they call them? Those farmers markets that they have in New York all around. And they got this chicken guy that sells chicken. And he gives you a chicken, I would say this big, and he charges you $20 for it, $21. And he don't cut it up for you. He says, "Have a nice day, I'll see you later. Here's your chicken, $21. This chicken costs about $10 in my store, $10, $12 tops. Okay? You get this chicken, you could feed 4 people, easy. Okay? I will cut it the way you want it to be cut. You want to buy 2 of them. I'll take the breast out. I'll fillet them for you. I'll make a chicken colored parmesan. I do it all. I would love to get into every little household. Go to, to Park Slope, and to all these people that go around and they spend $20, $21, but they just don't know we're here. We don't know we're there. We're in a block that even when I first found this place, I didn't know it was there. And I kept going right past it. But we're there, and you buy this, you buy the best. I always tell everybody, prime steak prime chicken. There's a big difference than what you buy in a supermarket. Nothing is preserved. I don't care what anybody says. I'll say it on tape. I'll say it anywhere. You cannot get a chicken from a farm in South Carolina or wherever they come from, bring it to New York, and say you don't preserve it. Because my chicken only has a shelf life of 3 days in a very cold refrigerator. And you have to take the blood out. Otherwise it will disintegrate. It will smell and it will be no good. I tell people. So if you get a chicken from a supermarket and you're telling me that they get it and they take it in their store and it takes at least a week, maybe 2 weeks to get to them by the time it's slaughtered and to them. They keep it in their store for about another week or so, maybe longer. It has to be preserved with something. Something has to be on it. I don't know what it is, what they do, but something has to be on it. When you eat this chicken, when you eat this turkey, when you eat this, you're eating purity. It's pure. There's nothing on it. And you taste the purity. There's no doubt in my mind that you will taste it and enjoy it. Here's my turkey.
What's the difference between your chicken and the organic you bring over here?
Okay. The organic chicken has to be grown on a totally organic farm. In other words, there is no pesticides on this farm for 12 to 15 years. You know, that's why a lot of these farms don't do it. It takes too much. They have to turn the dirt. They have to constantly, until they get state, they have to get state license for it. They come, they test the dirt. If there is pesticides left on that dirt, they cannot grow anything organic. Even your vegetable cannot be grown on a farm that was pesticides on it. Same thing with these chickens. No pesticides, organically grown. Organic food, fed organic food, totally organic. I can't even, Watkins can't even go on the farm with his truck. He has to bring it to another farm and drop it off and pick up the chicken. He will not let him go on the farm with his truck. That's why it's so hard, difficult to get it from him, you know. Now, this turkey, I hate to even cut it down. But some people want me to cut it down. I don't know. I could take the bone out of it, or I could, and leave it.
Into a gallon.
What?
Can you make it into a gallon? Can you make it into a gallon?
Can I make it into a what?
Like, where you take basically everything off except the bones. Like, just keep the whole thing whole.
This is full.
No,
I could debone it, which you're gonna, yeah, well, not whole. What I could do is I debone it, and the only thing that will not be on it is the wing tips. Take off the wing tips. She's going to give you a taste of it. I made it. I cooked it.
This turkey?
The turkey. Oh, there it is.
TV magic.
That's TV magic.
We have more, just the other pieces were a little bigger, so they're still cooking.
I also started the organic one that was roasted with paprika, garlic, salt, and
If you don't like garlic or parsley and salt and pepper, don't eat it.
when I cut into that, the amount of juice.
Did you see the juice come out of it? I'm telling you, this turkey's incredible. I'm telling you. See, now I got to take the bone out because you're this young man. I got to take the bone out. Come on, man.
Sorry.
You want me to work hard for my money? I'm not getting paid either. You know what I mean?
Did you talk about the flies and flies?
Come on, tell me if you like it or not. Nothing matters to me except if somebody don't like my stuff. Okay.
How big is that turkey? How much?
Live, it runs between, this one here, alive was 9.3. Okay? It's a solid turkey. It looks like a little more than that, but it's a real solid turkey. The breast is solid, the legs are solid, everything about it is solid. Yeah, it's amazing. It's a really nice shaped turkey. The feathers outside are black here. You'll see the feathers. Black feathers. It's like years ago, those wild turkeys that they say they see. Well, that's basically what it is. messing up a lot of these things. So I don't have to clean them, so I don't care. Wing tips off, like I said. Okay? Now, like I said, some people come from the back, some people come from the front. I was first told how to do it because we really didn't do this. I didn't have experience in doing it. And really, this is going to be only the third time I'm doing it. So if I make any mistakes, don't laugh, all right? But since everybody else knows how to do it, nobody will know. So, I was taught how to take it from the back. Then I went back to the guy and I told him, let me show you what I did, how I did it. He says, oh, it came out good. That's what you're eating. It came out really good. He says, Bacalo, I tried it from the front. It came out better. I said, listen, I told you I wanted to cut it from the front. You told me it's done from the back. So this is what happened. So he tried it from the front. It came out better. You start with the breast. Come down the breast. Come down the breast. Don't be afraid to turn it around. Whatever you want to do. Come down. Like I said, and anything else, you just follow the bone. Everything is the bone. Everything's the bone. Follow the bone. This meat is gorgeous. This was killed, when did I kill this? Oh, last night. Slaughtered last night. Shouldn't say killed. Slaughtered last night. Put in ice and kept overnight in ice. Follow the bone. Always follow the bone. Keep it in the store. Could be 1 day, 2 days. I try to buy it we close on Mondays. I'm the only chicken market. There is other chicken markets. There's only one LaPera Brothers, but there are other chicken markets. I close every Monday. I clean the place. I sterilize the place. I have 2 pressure washer machines. I have 3 guys go in, clean the whole place. Takes them about 6 hours. Every 3 months we have a special inspection where the state comes down. The place has to be cleaned from top to bottom. No chickens left in the place. If you have anything left in the place, you have to kill it before they come. Has to be cleaned. It's every 3 months. It's a mandatory cleanup. I try to push for every poultry market to be closed once a week for cleaning, but nobody wants to do that. They all say, I want to lose business. You don't lose business. People come back the next day. It's not, it is. You do have people that come every day. I mean, I have people that come every day. Buy one chicken. Mostly I'm Asian people. They'll come every day. The grandmother, his daughter. I have customers that I know for 24 years that come to the same place. I know children that were this small. No, I'm sorry. They were still in their mothers and come to the chicken market and still come. Very few people, when they come to my chicken market, don't come back. Because, like I say, it's not mine. I'm not the owner. I'm a manager. But I do the best job I can. I was taught by my father, whatever job you do the best job you can. Otherwise, don't do it. Just get out, go someplace else. Because you'll never be able to do it as well as it should be done. And that's the way it should be done. And that's the way I've always done it. I could talk and cut at the same time, but I want to keep my 5 fingers. Okay, now, this is your tough part. You gotta be able to get to the leg without trying to break the skin. Okay? So you come in, try to break it a little bit, and now you're going to come around. You're gonna come around, like, you just look up there, don't look at me. You come around, you come around. You follow the bone. Like I said, everything is following the bone. Follow the bone. Follow the bone. That's why a knife that is sharp is very important. Follow the bone all the way down till you come around. I will show you the tendons that are a pain in the neck to get out. Now, see that the hard part is this here. You know, you got to get around this bone here. When you get around it, you'll be amazed that it'll come out. But like I said, you just follow the bone. Everything is following the bone, and then you break it. Right there. Okay, you're going to come down, tip of the knife. Come down, tip of the knife. Come down, tip of the knife. That's the problem with turkey, the tendon. I happen to think that's a very good job. I'm very proud of myself. Okay, you got it now? Because of you, I'm doing this, all right? I wasn't going to do this, but like I said, I didn't do it too often, but now I try to show my workers and stuff. They don't want to look at me. I'm not doing anything extra. Okay. Break the bone, like I said. You just come around. You're coming around. Just following the bone all the way down. Coming down. Sharp knife, like I said, is very, very important. Coming around. See how much sharper the knife is all of a sudden? That's the way it is. Crack it, come up, come down. And it's done. Now, you gotta get the backbone out. And you gotta get the wingtip, which is right here. Okay? Coming down. The wingtip is hard because you're going to crack some skin. So you got to come down to the wingtip. Try not to crack the skin, of course, but you're coming. There it is. There it is. Get the leg out of the way. Wingtip. Come under. Come under. Come under. There you go. It's out. But you still got the other side now. You turn it around. Again. Try to get as much meat off, of course. Find your wingtip. Cut it down. Cut it down as much as you can. Cut around the bone. Cut around the bone. Come up. Come up. Come back down. Done. Now, got to get the whole thing out. So, come back. You want to keep as much skin as possible. Always follow the bone. Whenever you feel the bone, that's when you know you got it. Come around, come around. That's it. It's done. So that's your boneless turkey. Do not throw this away. This is excellent. Now, like you see it there, I took it. I brought it around. Where are you, buddy? Get over here. That's it. I cut it in half. Yes. Took it, took the tender, full it in as much as you have to. Now, this is the problem with the turkey, is the tendons that are in the leg. You could feel them. So you have to take them out because you don't want a customer chewing on them. They won't come back. So you have to take them out. And it's a pain in the neck. You just keep taking them out until you take them all out. You cut as close as you can without taking some meat out. But there's nothing you can do about it. It's here. The turkey you ate had no tendon. Keep doing it until you take them all out. Like I said, we had a machine years ago. Used to put it in, and it would pull the tendon right out. And it was fantastic. What happened to the machine, I don't know. I tried to find it, but we couldn't find it. I went to the previous owners because the original owners sold out about 7 years ago to four men from Yemen, bought the place. And of course kept the name because I was there. So, and that's why I'm still there. Take the tendons out as much as you can, what you're going to have to. Find them. It's a little boring, but you know what? And it takes time. Okay? Same thing on this side. Take the tendon out. And like I said, when you get this and you use it, before you cook it, you take it and you wash it. Because you're on a plate, you're on here, you're on there, you never know. Take your tendons out.
I wanted them to see this too. This is your organic?
Yes.
Like the cavity on the
Right,
left, and then
yeah.
the cavity?
Cavity on this, yes.
You see that?
It's totally different.
The organic.
Now this, what happens is now, you take this is how I stuffed it. I got it in there, I turned it, I put my stuff in first, washed it of course, put my stuff in, turned it, went to my friendly butcher, got his rope, tied it, and that's it, and it's done. And it's very delicious. It happens to be an excellent turkey. But like you do. Now I took these home, took these home and I ate them, and they were delicious. I had them last night, to be honest with you. And that's it. And you have the display of everything I think that I have. Let's see. Oh, I have what they call a white baby. This is not an organic chicken. It's probably like an all-natural chicken, you could say, but I don't know what all-natural means anyway, because everybody makes up that name. It's like, oh, it's all-natural. Oh, yeah, go buy it. But who knows? It's vegetarian fed. It's called a white baby. It's very tender, extremely tender. Oh, I forgot my partridges, which we call, most Asian people call a chaku, but we call it a partridge in a pear tree. That's my partridge. Gamey taste. I have an Italian store, Sattini, his name is, it's in the 80s. He buys them. He loves them. He loves that. He loves rabbits. Like this week, he bought 13 of them. I believe he stuffs them. I particularly don't care about it that much because it is gamey. I'm not a gamey person who likes gamey taste, where some people love them. My white baby, this is mostly bought by Italians and Egyptian people. That or gray baby. I didn't bring any gray babies because I didn't have any available. They're not coming in until tomorrow. Gray baby tastes more gamey. It's colored. What they call is the outside of the feathers are gray and white. We have chickens like that, they're gray and white. We have red and white chickens. We have whole different color chickens. And the white chicken is your basic American chicken. Anything that you get from Purdue, Cooking Good, is a white chicken. Because the other chickens, the red chickens, red feather chickens, or like that yellow thing, it has a more of a gamey taste. But they love it. When I brought it here about 3-4 weeks ago, there was I think his name was Dave Martin, chef here, and he went crazy over it. He's been buying them. He does little private parties. He's been buying them. This is my chicken. This is the one I like. This is what I eat. I eat this and an organic chicken. If I can't get the organic chicken, I eat this here. This is how I eat it. I cut it, take the wing off. Like I said, remember, people don't like this. Well, I leave it on because that's what I like. Okay, cut it like that. Cut it like that. If you like I said, you like the bone in it, you don't take the bone out. That's all. Some people, most restaurants are not going to take. They're going to leave they're going to take the backbone out. But there is people that like the backbone. People like eating the bone. Now you could take it like this. That's it. It cuts very easily. It's very young. They're only like 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It says on there. Breast-wise, it's very tender. Your breast is extremely tender. Cutting it. Now, there's one thing else I did not show you. Is taking the bone out of the leg and the thigh together, where you could stuff it. Some people like that. Let me get a chicken that I can do that with. I got it right here. My organic chicken. Like everything else, you break it down. You break it down. You're going to have a lot to cook,
I know.
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
start with having some of this?
Yes, you can take it away to wherever you
Anybody
want.
in family meal tonight?
So what?
Anybody in family meal tonight?
We're level 1, we're doing stocks tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
And I'm making chicken soup tonight.
Oh, yeah, you could make this, I'll tell you. And it won't take, you see, a lot of people like to use I use the young chicken for chicken soup. I like it because it cooks quick. See, an older chicken takes a long time. You have to leave it in there 3-4 hours, maybe 5 hours. The longer you cook, the better it is. Okay, here. I'll break this down because I want to break it down for them. They can do whatever they want to it. But it's like anything else. Like I told you, take the bone out, come down the backbone, take it out, break the bone off, put it in here. You can cook this breast just the way it is, and it's really fantastic. Taking the bone out of this is a little difficult when it's not separated. You know, you got to start with the thigh. I start with the thigh. I don't know what everybody else starts with, but I start with the thigh. Then I come down this right side of the leg. Come down, come down, come down. Come down, come around the bone, coming around the bone, coming around. Okay, and you're going to go underneath like every time I told you. Just go underneath. Come underneath, and you got to go around this bone. And that's it. It's done. There's a little hard piece right here. You just take your knife, just cut it off. If it's a little stubborn, you get just as stubborn. You know what I mean? And that's it. Now you can take this and you can stuff it. I mean, any way you want. Take it around like this. And it's really, really good. Really delicious. Even the wings are good. She had wings. She didn't give you any wings? They're keeping them for themselves? Oh, that's so nice, man. You got wings in here? You got the wings? Or you're keeping them for yourselves? Gave them to the dishwasher. If you gave them to the dishwasher, I'm sorry. I apologize. Well, that's it.
We have to take care of that too.
I think the show is over. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Just so you know, every time Carlo comes to show his product, he brings this map.
I bring a lot.
Always.
My father was the type of guy who says, not with your feet, not with your hands when you go to somebody's house. This is not my house, it's our house. So I was taught that way, and that's the way I still do it. You're welcome. Anytime. No problem. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. And you enjoy it? You enjoy the food?
It was awesome. Delicious.
I had a question about the program. I don't know if I
Ken,
heard
you can just bring your plate from the garbage set to the back. Yeah, enjoy it.
what it makes, what identifies
Next week,
it makes it
we have two
distinct of a temperature.
Tuesday, tea and cheese pairing.
The
Michelle
breed
Molly
is
interested in
a
tea
colored
and green cheese.
turkey. In other words, it's not whitely bred.
On the fourth floor,
It's
we
a
have a nice
vegetarian
shopping
diet.
shop with,
It's just
Warner
giving
Brothers in Japan.
vegetables,
Pretty nice.
corn, some rice, and it's mostly, it's grown in a barn with light coming through. But it's
very well.
George
And that's
walked
what
around,
makes it.
and that what makes it different. And the color on the outside, the gray color.
Oh, okay.
The breed is a gray color. That's the breed that it is.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the information on how long it takes for them to grow.
I think my buddy, you know Tommy Bruno?
He has a small catering spot called Thomas Joseph Catering.
Sounds
He
good.
lives- he lives
God
right-
bless
he
you.
lives
Thank
in
you very
Bensonhurst.
much.
Lives in Bensonhurst. I think he used
Listen,
to.
President, yeah, he probably did. Yeah. We, like I said, we've been there, I mean, a long time. I've been there for 20-something years. I enjoy it, man.
Yeah, I can see it.
I enjoy working. I enjoy working with people. You know, I mean, some people get on your nerves. I don't know what you guys are going to plan on doing in life. What are you guys going to do? Just chefs, right?
Yeah, going for it, yeah.
Going for it. The chef should know everything. I mean, I really believe that. You know, I go to a couple of these places and I go to the chefs and, you know, I show them like I just did here. I do the same kind of plate. No matter what restaurant I go to, I do the same thing. Bring my stuff in, I show them the stuff. Take the cards.
Yeah, I got
Take
it.
the card. If you want to give it to anybody, it doesn't matter. If you want to come down, come down, you can see the place, it's really, where do you live? Carroll Gardens. I go to Carroll Gardens. I come originally from, my mother comes from Strong Place in that area. Bye, thank you.
Wonderful.
God
What's
bless
the
you.
closest train to your shop?
Excuse me?
What's the closest train to your shop?
N and D train. Yeah, 61st Street or New Utrecht Avenue. Anytime. I deliver also.
I'll go there.
No problem. I'm happy to see you. I hope you come. Enjoy yourself. Carroll Gardens. I go down. I'm going in now.
Yeah.
I'm going to. It's called the pharmacy. Myself, chocolate egg cream.
Yeah.
Well, when I was young, there was a pharmacist.
Yeah.
There was a
They
pharmacy,
turned it.
and then it closed down for years.
This is Amanda Kent. She's from our Student Services Department. We wanted to do tours with the students.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah,
no
this
big
is,
deal.
she's the person.
I mean,
who-
like, next month, can we come by?
Come tomorrow. I don't care. Don't bother me. My place is my place. You know, stays clean. I wash it. I got barrels. You'll see barrels of water. Throw soap, pine, everything. I use a lot of bleach. Too much bleach. My bosses get angry at me. By 20, 30, 40, 50
Can't be
cases
too
of
clean.
bleach.
Can't be too clean, right?
You never can be too clean.
Right.
Especially when you're using poultry. I don't care what anybody says. Cross-contamination is a very, to me, it's serious.
Yeah.
To a lot of people it isn't, but to me it is. That's why I said, any restaurant you go into, make sure you have a private section for poultry. It doesn't need a lot. You see, that's the whole thing. They all figure out, I'm better refrigeration. And what? You have to keep your stuff separate all the time. See, in my place, it's just poultry. I have lamb and goats also.
It's
But they're in the back, and they have the back room. And that's where we slaughtered them, and that's where we clean them. The only time we bring them up front, realistically, you're not even allowed to bring them up front unless you're supposed to bag them back there. But most of the time we bring them up, we bag them.
You sell whole animal for sheep and goat, lamb and goat? Do you
Yeah.
also do like sweetbreads and everything individual, or
No,
no?
everything is whole.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to sell not whole. I have to sell whole. It's impossible. They won't allow me to. See, I forgot to explain to you guys also. Everything that I get is blood tested. In other words, before it even gets to me, state blood testing to make sure there's no diseases. So you can have a whole, I've seen places where 1,000, 2,000 chickens would totally have to be killed, destroyed, because the blood testing didn't come back, came back what they call negative instead of positive. And if it doesn't come back, the state regulations on poultry market, they're very stiff. They're getting stiffer because they don't like us. They don't want us to be around. Frank Perdue and all these companies really don't like us.
People are used to not seeing it, you know.
Well, that's the problem. Like I told you, these people go to these farmers market. You got one on Carroll Street over there.
Yeah. Exactly.
$21 for a chicken. I
That's
go,
my vegetable,
I go nuts.
Yeah.
$21. I gave a woman, I said, "Here, lady, here's my card. Call me. I'll deliver it to you."
Do you associate with Paisanos over there or no?
No.
No. I use them. I mean, they're right around the corner. I like them, but I mean.
You want a
I'll see
fresh
you- I'll see
chicken.
you in a little bit.
No, you want really good quality stuff. This is quality. I don't care what anybody says. This is really, it's quality, and it's quality at its best. See, it's fresh. You know, it's like a fresh vegetable, like a fresh tomato. I mean, you buy a tomato you buy in a store that was grown in Florida. It's different than a tomato you got from Long Island or from New Jersey or from, you know, right off your tree. It's different. It's different. And it's the same thing with this stuff. I tell people, you cannot buy fresher than this. They call prime steak, I call myself prime chicken. I really do. You know, I can't emphasize more than that. See, people say I repeat myself too much, but when it comes to these certain things, I really do believe, you know, that's why, like your area, I love to deliver these people. They buy chicken, they do, they just don't know about live poultry market. Then when they see, oh, live poultry, you kill it? No, where do you think yours comes from? Where do you think they walk into the supermarket dead?
People like the separation. People like the not
Yeah,
They,
right.
think, they like to
right.
think it grows on
But it's
trees.
not. I mean, you know,
There's
some people
synthetic-
get to me like a tomato. A tomato is alive.
Yeah.
Just remember, you take that tomato, you're taking it right off its vine. It's alive. It's a live, living thing, and then you kill it to eat it. Same thing with a peach. Same thing with an apple. Everything we eat, most of the stuff is alive. You know, it's made as vegetable, but it's still alive. It's a plant that grows from the ground. It has vines. It has, you know, it has roots. A tree doesn't grow without its roots. You don't grow without your roots. Your mother and father are your roots. You know, that's the way it is. But it's convincing them of this stuff is really hard. It's been my biggest thing. My biggest thing now is getting to restaurants.
Yeah.
You know, that's because I really believe that restaurants should know about this stuff, should buy this stuff.
Getting to a spot like that's huge. Yeah, that's great for you guys.
Yeah, governors, and what's the Grand Electric down there also. He's been buying it from me also. They're the same owners too.
Colony too. You sell them or?
No. They're the three. Those two. He sells. They sell. Grand Electric sells the Sasu chickens.
Oh yeah.
And the other guy sells the organic, and that's the chicken one. That's called. Oh, excuse me. Hello. Just finished.
Oh, it's great meeting.
Hold on a minute.
Thank you very much.
God bless you all.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Stop in, check out.
Yeah, anytime. Anytime.
Your setup.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to give you
Anytime.
my card, but I want to call you to set up a tour.
Thanks, guys.
And bring a group of students.
No problem.
that.
I'm there on Tuesday's a tough day. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there's no problem.
Thursday is at like 4 o'clock we can do, or
Earlier is better.
earlier is better.
3 o'clock.
Okay, the students, get out of class at 3. So.
Yeah, so I guess
So
4 o'clock.
3:30?
3:30, quarter to 4. You know, it's not. You're just gonna go through it. I'll show you the place, show you the chickens. I mean, where they are. They're in cages. Most of them are in cages. Turkeys, most of them are walking around. I like to keep turkeys walking around because they lose weight in cages. They do. They don't like being in cages. And they lose weight. They like to eat. They like to drink. And if you don't give it to them, they lose weight, and that's no good. So I'll show you. It's no big deal.
All right.
Anytime.
You have his contact info?
What?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, there's a card right
Oh,
on,
it is?
yeah,
Okay.
right on
Yeah,
the
you have a
outside.
card also. Just call me there.
I will.
She has my cell number too.
Yes.
Don't forget that. Listen, you take this stuff, please.
Oh, my God, yeah.
All right?
Thank you.
This is a bonus shake. I have to show it. Bonus. I couldn't show them everything. That was pretty fast.
That was a lot of stuff you showed.
Yeah, I tried my best. Did you have it on film?
We did.
I was being filmed at that time? Well, that's why they were looking up on the thing?
Well, we're seeing here
Oh,
because you can see
really?
what you're doing up here.
All right, can I get a copy of that by any chance?
It's online. I don't know if we do the DVDs anymore. If it was right to online. I'll see what I can do.
Tell me what
I'll see what I can do.
See what you can do for me.
You got it.
Because I would like to have it.
You got it.
If you want to invite me back anytime, you can.
Absolutely. I think you're great. I want to do more. Like, the students are enthusiastic.
Hello. All right, nice to meet you. Fine, my egg. Very good. All right. Oh, one in the chicken. Oh, that's even better. Got the egg? You know what? I was hoping. And I told all the. Oh, yeah.
That's good. That's best. Want some chicken? Take home? Oh my God. This is a chicken.
Chef Annette, this is the right presentation?